let me record this so that I can send it
Okay.
to you. Yeah. Did you get a chance to read them at all?
Yeah, I read certainly the first one. I read it the first time and I thought, what on earth is he talking about? I'm being very honest with you here.
Please do. Please be. That's
But
what I like.
then I've read it 4 times now and it is making sense. But I think what it's revealed to me and what I've really learned from it
Yeah.
is I've got a lot to learn. And I think you you often say it's crystal clear and it's not. Not at the moment,
Okay.
but and I think what you've shown is that you've got um, a hell of a lot of background to this, and you've been working with this particular way of trading for a long time,
Right.
and you can read the price action really well.
Right.
Um, and when you were explaining what you were looking at, then I suddenly realized, well, he's seen a lot more into this than I'm seeing at the moment. But
Right.
that's fine. That's what I expect. You're the one who's come up with this strategy, and
Yeah.
you've been trading like this.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised by that, and I'm not disappointed in myself. I'm kind of yeah, I've got stuff to learn, but that's great.
Yeah. Well, okay. Hopefully the simplicity of it all is coming through because when I'm answering, I then give all the stuff that's taking place to the left
Yes.
because of the way I've come up in mastering price
Yeah.
action. But for traders coming into the AVZ of trading, I don't want you to be worrying about all of that
No.
stuff because then you're going to have to walk this road for another 10 years. It is up. Always remember where we started. That youngster saying, "Dad, this is rubbish. I can't
Yeah.
grasp this." And in reality, I mean, I could have gone and said to you. So here's something I could have said to you, Rob. By the time that last candle broke out, we had a lower high double top, right,
Yeah.
from the bear breakout, and that last double top was a micro double top where we had the inside bear candle. I mean, that's all. It's not necessary.
No.
So
Yeah.
you understand what I'm saying? So
I do.
all you need to be able to see is the market opened in the that AVZ of indecision. Now, one of the things I
Yeah.
said to guys, remember, I said, do not automate high of yesterday, low of yesterday, because when you
Yes.
when you plug it in, you'll be seeing what took place. Now,
Yeah.
if you look at that chart, high and low, if you look at what the bulls pushed the market to the mid zone at the end of the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was just bullish. And then we stayed there in the middle. Now, if you're looking at that and the bulls try and break out to the high of yesterday and they fail, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
the bulls have kind of got the balance in here. The
Mm.
bears try at the open, they put a bear inside candle. Then they get a doji. It's like, listen, guys, if you are strong at the open of the market, why do you allow it to just be a strong bear breakout and then off we go?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, so,
Yeah.
so all of that now is just kind of, in your mind. Then you get that nice bear candle. It's like, okay, forget about the doji. Maybe the bears are strong enough. And then they fail to
Yeah.
follow through.
Yeah.
And you're like, well,
Yeah.
okay. Indecision, bears not strong enough. Bulls created this yesterday. Let's wait and see. And then you
Hmm.
get the second largest breakout trend candle, which really is just, uh, it's a beaut. Now, the way you raise the question, which I didn't articulate it. It is also strategy too in that case.
I wouldn't have spotted that, but yeah,
You
I
know,
can see that now.
be,
Yeah.
because remember, one of our, I think the fourth one of our strategy number two is sideways market testing the
Yeah.
EMA. So it went sideways, and the bulls tried to close above it, and then the bears came back, and that was the second breakout trend candle. So you could
Hmm.
consider it and say, okay, forget about surprise and whatever. The bears
Mm.
broke out, but we had a pullback immediately, testing the average price. And then they came back again. They've given us a decent enough entry candle.
Mm.
Bang, then you go in.
Mm.
Now, the the other thing that I'm very fussy about range breakouts. You will not. I don't have a strategy that trades range breakouts.
No.
What I say is, if it's broken out of a range, and if they're strong enough, they're going to test the average price. Then we get strategy number 2, because
Yeah.
most breakouts out of ranges at the measured move that range, they're going to fail. Then you have to spend your time trying to manage that, hoping for the one that goes your way. Because if it does go, it goes a long way. So if it was just a range, then I wouldn't take it, because now what about measured move and all of the beautiful things that come up with it. But the simplicity of it is, where am I? I mean, you picked it up right. As you call the Z of indecision, you pick spot on. That's where we are. The bulls tried to break out. So they were the first to try to break out to test the high of yesterday. And then they failed.
Yeah.
Then the next attempt is by the bears, which fails. So now who's in control here? It's unclear, right? If the bulls had broken out above, we wouldn't be taking it, because we wouldn't have 1 times risk reward to the high of yesterday.
No.
That's another key determinant, in terms of filtering out your trades.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, that makes sense. It does make sense. And incidentally, it also answered a question I've got about strategy too as well. So I'll come back to that in a minute.
Yeah.
But
okay.
That's really helpful. That's good. And your explanation of why you wouldn't have taken it if it had been closing, if that candle had been closing closer to the low of yesterday.
Yeah.
Because there wouldn't have been room to fit in the measured move.
Yes.
Before the low of yesterday. Yeah. So that does make sense.
And you'll be surprised, especially at the open. US markets do that often. They get this huge candle, beautiful. But I'm watching, and as it gets bigger, I'm getting more and more disappointed, because then it's clawing through, it's finishing the one time. Then it's like, there's no risk reward. So I just wait. And sure enough, they will fail to break through that high or low. And if they, because think about it. If you are bears and you're strong, why do you want to stop middle of the road? Just go and smash the low of yesterday and carry on.
Yeah.
So filter that 1 times risk reward thing.
That's good. Your explanation is excellent. Yeah, it really does help me. It took me a little while to get it, but yeah, it really did help me a lot. That's. I tell you what, I've been finding on just a general note. I did go away and try and trade live on a very small account.
Okay.
And I was losing.
Okay.
I was losing money, but that part, there were 2 things really that would cause it. One, I was so slow in getting the trade set up, and I was actually waiting until the candle had closed and then trying to set it up. But now I know I need to get things set up and then enter a market order, and I can fiddle around with the stop loss and the take profit after that. Yeah. So that's not such a big issue anymore.
Nice.
But the other thing that got me was the spread. I was taking, for example, I was taking a trade on the UK 100.
Yeah.
And I was taking it way before the UK Open.
Ooh,
and the spread was enormous.
And
I was just,
it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Absolutely.
So, and I only realized that because I suddenly saw my trade disappear at the bottom. I thought, what on earth is going on here? I'm nowhere near the price, but the spread got me out there. So, I came away and started to play around with it just in finding the trades so that I've got stuff to ask you questions. I identified the questions.
Excellent.
But I will keep going back in and using that small account because there are different things you learn, aren't there, when you're trading real money.
Which
small
is
amount, but
no, but you see now here's the thing. They say, I can't remember, someone said it, someone very more spiritual than me, but they said in terms of in the spiritual world, right? It talking about, you got your psychological, your physiological, and the spiritual being. if you're working on something, the quantum doesn't matter. Uh, whether I set a goal to make $10 and I make $10, or I set a goal to make $1 million, in the spiritual realm, it doesn't matter. It's the same principles, right?
Mm.
So it's not
Yeah.
like you have to now be a million times or stronger in the spirit. It's exactly the same amount of faith. The same amount of faith you need to say, I can actually go make $10 today if I go tell that guy I can cut his grass and do whatever. It's exactly the same amount of faith you need to make 1 million. Maybe you have to cut 1,000 houses, but
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Just scale it. Yeah.
exactly. So when you're using the small amount, it's exactly the same impact on
Mm.
you psychologically as a
Yeah.
as a huge account. It's not going to change the difference. That's why that whole thing about understand who you are, you know, I mean, a lot of coaches I know they risk 1% per trade. I don't do that because I've figured out what works for me, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and if I start to do that, then I'm going against what works for me. So it's not small.
Yeah.
What you're trying to discover is where it robs peace of mind spot. That's what you want to find out.
Mm.
You're going to
Mm.
find out by that basket of trades, that other video I did. You're going to take the trades. So
Yeah.
at some point you realize actually I'm trading whatever, 0.05, zero 0.1. I can inch up to 0.25, zero 0.3, and I'm fine. And maybe I'll park at zero
Yeah.
point
Yeah.
0.5. It's perfectly fine. As long as you actively taking the trades live.
Mm.
That's the main thing.
Yeah. Making those decisions and realizing that I was doing it in a way that was too slow and wasn't allowing me to get in. And that
It's
was an important learning, I think.
it's key. I mean, and I say to myself all the time whenever something is set up, and I say it now as much as I said it years ago. Now even more refined. Everything is if it sets up, you know what to do. You know when to execute.
Mm.
You don't have to wait for further proof. You know what to do with your stop. Doesn't matter whether it's bouncing around. Just follow the rules and then wait and see. And then just
Yeah.
wait and just wait. That you gotta continually tell yourself that, because you will trick yourself when you're doing the wrong things. So
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
I just say, George, you know what needs to be done. Just do it. 50% off, bang. If you get stopped out, so what? That is what we have tested over and over and over and over again. Just do it.
Mm-hmm. I'm smiling because the other thing I've realized as I'm going through and looking at the charts every day, I hear your voice in my head sometimes. There's a nice big candle. Said, you've got to take it. You've got to take the trade. So you're in there, George.
Ah, I like it. Next time I have a course, I'm gonna reinforce my voice. Just don't negotiate with yourself. It's there,
Yeah.
and a
You
high
have to
probability
take
is
the
going to
trade.
work. Take the trade.
Yeah, that's it. That keeps coming up for me. That's
I
really good.
I like that. I like that.
Ah, okay.
So
Okay.
now on spread, that's one of the reasons we don't trade news.
Yeah.
I don't care after the news. It looks like, oh, look at that beautiful setup. I would have made so much money. But in that news thing, the brokers have got spreads like you never know. It would
Yeah.
just be an expensive exercise. Let the news go. It doesn't take long, you know, and then you can settle down. Spreads will come down nicely, and then you execute your trades.
Mm. Yeah. No, that's good.
Yeah,
And also trading out of hours. That was kind of what I discovered, I think, from the UK.
yeah,
Um, well, at least check the spreads first. I didn't do it, and I should have done,
yeah. So,
obviously.
but well, I guess you learn, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Um,
won't make that mistake again. I'll make others, but I won't make that one.
yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
All right. So
Good.
let me
Oh,
see. Where did I put it? Hold on, hold on, hold on. I had,
oh, that thing I sent through to you.
Microsoft. I had, I think it's that one. That's yours, right?
Can't see it yet. Yes, that's mine. Yeah.
Okay. I've just downloaded it, so I haven't gone through it. But if you want to walk through it, tell
Okay.
me, we can
Yeah,
answer.
sure.
Yeah.
Um, okay, the first one then that you've got up there now, I'm looking at it on my screen because it's a bit
Okay.
bigger
No,
for me,
that's
so I can
fine.
see it
That's fine.
nicely.
Yeah.
Um, First one, I really just wanted to check. It was a a strategy two,
Right.
I think. Anyway, that was what I was expecting it to
Yeah.
be. So we've got a pullback there, and it actually works out that there's a double inside bar.
Okay.
So there's the first, there's a big sort of bearish candle, then there's the green candle, and then there's another bearish candle,
Right.
and they get progressively smaller. So it's one inside the other. And I wasn't sure what I should be using in that sort of situation for my entry, and I ended up using the one in the green bar, the one immediately before the final red one, um, simply because that was the one that I saw us doing most of the pulling back. Um, and even though the red one was the breakout trend candle, and I'm not sure. I thought it needed to clear that pullback candle before I entered. Is that wrong or right? Or
Um, so your stop is always gonna be, like kind of the range that you're looking at for strategy number two, right? So,
yes. So I'd
you
gone.
if you do a
Go on,
measured
sorry.
move with this big bear candle here,
Yeah.
because we are within that candle,
Oh, okay.
and the measured move would be where you got it. But then you must look to the left for a technical level,
Yeah.
and the technical
I
level
get.
is the high of today. There's no lower high. There's no other lower high there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
So
was just looking at the candle that it's alongside. I'm actually against
yeah.
the open of it, not even the high of it. Okay,
So
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 the measured move is wrong there then.
yeah. So strategy number two will always be some form of a range. So even if we got to the EMA and we
Yeah.
tested it and there was a bear candle, if you look at the high of that candle and the low where the market turned, that gives you some kind of a range where we are in.
Okay.
And then if you do a measured move, look to the left, then it must be above the high of today because there is no other lower high here. So your stop has to be right up here.
Gotcha. Yeah. No,
Okay.
I can see that as well. I just kind of just pick something in the middle.
Now,
In actual fact, I'd actually taken a measured move, but it had been of the wrong level. It was of the pullback cat using the entry and the pullback candle,
yeah, yeah,
and then the measured move would take me twice that distance. But I can see that that's wrong. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
and also
And
now the other thing is you would not have been triggered into the trade beneath that inside candle where you've got your arrow, right?
no.
So you didn't. The next time that you got a bear candle was this candle. Now,
Yeah.
if you look at that candle, your stop will still be the same place. There's no one times risk reward here to the low of yesterday.
Mhm.
So don't take that trade.
No. Okay.
Yeah, because there's
Okay.
there's there's no more room, no more profit gap for us to manage our trade. So even if you said, okay, we've broken out beneath, if that's the entry, and
Mhm.
if you went to the high of even that, let's say you're using that same bull candle
Yeah.
and doing a measured move, you still don't have one times risk reward. So it's not a valid entry. We have to filter it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, that makes total sense.
Okay.
Just no. Let's go on. Let's carry on. Again, just keep in mind the time. So the
Yeah.
next one,
Trailing stop, you must trail stop behind large candles or lower highs. That's
behind
it.
large, okay,
It's gotta
behind
be,
large
yeah,
candles.
not
Yeah.
dodgies, not small candles. It's gotta be large candles. That's what we trail behind.
I was in a rush to get to break even.
Yeah, I know it can be agonizing. Get up, get some coffee, do whatever. And
Yeah,
you gotta keep telling yourself, I'm okay to lose 50% off. That's fine.
yeah,
That's fine. Then come back and hopefully you'll get a big large candle that brings you to break even. Otherwise, you get stopped out
mhm.
unnecessarily.
Yeah. That move to 50% is really, really useful. It just makes it so much easier, doesn't it,
Yeah,
to accept any loss that you got? Yeah.
it does because
But
this stop is always at the right place. So we take off half of it afterwards. The only time you'd lose it
yeah,
if there's suddenly a reversal that you don't have time to manage your stop. But that's not going to happen 1 out of 10 times,
mm,
maybe 1 out of 20 if at all.
I think when I first heard you talk about that, I was thinking to myself, well, why on earth do that? Why not just put the stop loss at that half 50% off level anyway?
Yeah,
But no, I mean, I can appreciate it now. You're just guarding against that initial sudden reversal.
that's exactly it.
And also, it's much easier because it feels better in terms of you're not risking as much. So it takes the pressure off for the rest of the trade.
Yeah.
Um, anyway, next one. This is about the EMAs and the order of
Okay.
the EMAs because I don't think that that would be a valid entry because the EMAs are still crossing over. They haven't finished crossing over yet, but I don't know if it's that crucial.
Um,
What would you
I
say?
bet I bet you've never heard me talk of EMA crossovers.
You told me they've got to be in the right order.
Well, okay, in the right order means, yeah, if you're selling beneath the 10, but don't worry about when they cross over, right? What
Okay,
what we are interested in is strategy number 2 sets up after we've seen strategy number 1.
right.
There's no strategy number 1 here, okay? Because it's a big range that we're in.
Yeah,
So
I was
that
kind of,
that yellow
yeah,
is within the range. It's not break. It doesn't break any law. Doesn't it just did nothing at all.
yeah,
And there's no candle that's broken out of anything here. So there's no storage number 1 at all.
okay.
So
So
then
I was right that it wasn't a valid trade, but I
it
was right
wasn't.
for the
Yeah.
wrong reason.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
What about the next one then, where I've actually put the entry, which I haven't highlighted, but the next big red candle, I
This
put
one.
that down as a,
This one.
no, sorry, still back on the previous scenario, previous,
Oh yeah.
ah, yeah, yeah. So that's that one
Oh,
just before the doji, the big doji.
okay. Let me ask you then. What is it breaking out of?
Well, it's breaking it. What's it breaking out?
That's the question you have to answer. What is this thing breaking out of?
What does it have to be breaking out of for a
So, so strategy
strategy
number
two?
first. Okay, so strategy number 1 is the bears are taking control, and we can see the
Yeah.
bears are taking control because if you look at the left, they have cleared
Yes.
laws, whatever, and then
Yeah.
we know the bears are in control, right?
Yeah.
So here there is nowhere where you can argue that the bears are in control. They're not beneath this with
Okay.
that yellow one. With this next one, they are inside a doji. So they are
Yeah.
inside a trading range. If they were strong, they would have broken beneath that doji and beneath these levels here.
Okay.
Then would say, oh, we have a problem. We don't have 1 times risk reward. But you've got to clearly see that the bear candle is breaking out of something. If we didn't have this doji,
Yeah.
and if this candle had closed beneath the law of today, law of Asian session, you could say, okay, that's what I thought was a breakout.
Right.
So this candle within the doji is like any other bear candle. It's within, like it's like this one here. It's within a big
Mm.
candle. So there's no trade at all. So
And
your
the fact that
strategy
that
number
candle
1,
before it,
yeah.
sorry, go on.
Or that one before it did nothing. So if the one before did
No.
nothing, the one after is doing nothing, there's nothing.
Now, I mean that big doji as well. The fact that the candle before the second big red one, the red one that's going through the midline,
Yeah.
the fact that the candle before that was a long candle, which this red candle is within, it's an inside bar, really, isn't it?
Yeah. And
Then that shows it's not breaking out from
it's
anything.
not
It's still
breaking
within
out
the no. Okay.
because what happened with that candle before, the bears controlled it, and then
Yeah.
the bulls bought all the way back.
Yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
nothing here.
Yeah.
A
Gotcha.
break, it
Okay.
must be free. You must be able to see, okay, it has broken out. You see, like this bull candle here. If you didn't have the high of yesterday, that's breaking out of stuff. That's a good candle, right? But the
Yeah.
problem
Yeah.
is there's no one times risk reward here.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's good.
Okay.
That's good. You can ignore the outcome then because that's invalid.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, Euro New Zealand.
Oh,
Sorry, that's just the outcome from the previous
oh
trade,
yeah,
that one.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
All right. So there's nothing
I
for us
was
to do
happy because it had gone down.
there. Okay.
Yeah. So next one down is the Euro New Zealand.
Okay.
And
Fantastic.
I was thinking I'd got the pullback and then nice,
You see now,
um,
that's a beautiful strategy number two there.
good.
As
That's a
beautiful
relief.
as it comes. That's beautiful. Breakout of the EMA, fantastic. Measured move stop up here. You know, you would have made money. You know, after you see all of this and it's going sideways, you probably would have brought your stop to break even or below here or something. You
Yeah.
wouldn't have lost money.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's
Okay.
perfect. That's the strategy number two.
And I've got two targets there. One was from the leg one equals leg two, and
Yeah.
the other one was just based on the entry to the measured move.
So
And
so
it's actually hit both of them,
it's
but
both,
I'd
yeah.
have probably,
You
yeah,
would have made 1-to-1 easily.
yes,
So when you see a measured move like this, remember you put your stop just above because of
yeah,
spreads and whatever. But there is one, so put your entry here, your stop here. You'd have made money easily. That one was pretty. That was good, very good.
yeah,
Yeah.
good. That's encouraging. Thank
Okay.
you. Actually, one of the things I was not sure about with that one was the fact that the bearish candle, which was my setup candle, the wick had actually gone above the 20 EMA as well. We're not bothered about that.
No, no, that's perfectly
That's
fine.
fine.
That's fine. I mean,
Yeah,
remember it's a test of average prices,
yeah.
right?
So as long as it's tested it and come back
And
again, then
come
that's
back in
fine.
again, and it's below the 10 EMA, so that's fantastic. And it's a beautiful candle, doesn't it? You know, small tail. It's as nice a trend candle as you can get. I mean, that's very nice. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, that's nice. Thank you. Uh, this next one, the Japanese Nikkei. Actually, I'm not very sure about this one. Yeah, yeah, maybe. Um, so definitely got to move down,
Yeah.
but we're below the yeah, below the low of
Yesterday.
yesterday. Got the pullback towards the 10, and then got a yeah. I think that one does appear to have broken down below.
See, the only problem is the breakout below the low of yesterday is pretty weak, right?
It's not the strongest.
It's
No,
not
I
the
agree.
strongest,
Yeah,
yeah. Because what you want is a strong trend candle that gives
yeah,
you number two. Because there we tested it, failed inside. Eventually, they gave us a candle. It's not very weak. Still went far, which is good. Um, but it's better to have a
yeah,
stronger breakout.
yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I want something better. Go for quality, aren't we? Really, not just find
Well,
any old trade.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. So you want a decisive
Okay.
break, then you can go to that one. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. That's good. What's the next one look like then? Oh, George, I'm sorry. I'm on half an hour at the moment now. Just stop me if you've got somebody else to go off to. Let's finish.
Yeah, no, we'll finish in 5 because I'm just preparing for US Open.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. If that's fine with you, then that's great. Thank you.
let's give it 5. Yeah, okay.
So I thought I've got three highlighted here. The second one I can see now is definitely not on because it's not strong enough.
That's
It's
it.
not a strong bear candle at all.
That's not at all, you know.
First one is a bit dodgy, I think, as well. The third one looks much better now from what we've been talking about.
This one.
The one, yes, the one at the bottom there, yeah. But
Well,
it's gone a long way.
it's gone a long way. That's if you had your measured move, low of yesterday, high of yesterday, to be interesting to see where the measured move is for the range of yesterday. It's probably within here somewhere.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah,
you know, what would have been a beautiful one actually, if this was not weak, if this was a good enough breakout, selling
yeah,
beneath this one or that one would have been very good. Strategy number two.
yeah,
So
yeah.
if you decided to sell this one, you'll have to do the same thing, measured move, and your stop will have to be up here.
Mm, yeah.
Okay. So my only problem
One
would
of the
be
questions.
just this is not strong.
Okay, yeah. And when you're looking for a strong candle, I know you talked in the past about combination candles. Would you ever combine two candles and say, oh, you've actually got a strong move if you consider these two candles together?
You would have. So here, for example, after seeing this, I would have said, I like it, but I have a problem. Why didn't they go further than this, right?
Yeah,
Assume we didn't have a doji, but we had
yeah,
this candle here coming us straight afterwards.
yeah,
Then that combination would be fantastic. We say, okay, I'm happy with that. I've got a
right.
follow
Okay,
through for that. That would be fine. That doji is a bit of a problem. You have to wait a little bit more and say, okay, maybe all of
yeah,
these are strong enough for me to sell this one.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
So
okay,
I wouldn't
yeah,
even consider this a retest. I mean, they can test it, but we're not interested because they're not strong enough to start off with. So,
yeah. No, that makes sense. That
okay,
makes sense. This is really useful. This is very, very useful.
let's,
Um, I've got another one. Yes, there's one
yeah.
more, isn't
Where was the setup here?
there? Well, it's set up or not, but decided. Yeah, I don't think it was. It was under where there's got the in
Oh,
the
yeah.
middle of, yes, that one, the one you're on.
So, based on what
Decide.
you're
I
saying,
decided it's not.
okay, good. If you look to the left, there's no strong breakout. I mean, weak here, half
Yeah,
the body here, dodgy. I wouldn't be tempted. I'll just leave it.
yeah. No, fair enough.
Yeah.
Um, and the other thing that I'm not sure about, and I accept that's not a valid entry anyway. But if we're forming new highs, not just a new high, but high of the year, I think that is. It's all-time high or
All
high of the
time
year.
high.
I
They
can't
had
remember.
all time high.
Yeah. Would you be more careful there because it's less likely? It tends to bounce off all-time highs, doesn't it? If it's coming back to it, um, and it's not just going to keep forming an all-time high forever. Or wouldn't you even think like that?
Don't even worry about it. As long as you know, because I had on UK just a thick blue line to say that's the all time high. It's a level that's
Yeah.
there. I want to see if the bears are strong enough, they'll do a nice revaluation there. And if it's within my AVZ, I'm gonna sell,
Okay.
right? So
Okay. Yeah.
if because that's the upper valuation zone. So if I get a nice setup there, I'm gonna sell. If the bulls are strong,
Yeah.
they're gonna have to give me a strong breakout, like we're talking now, no dodges, nothing here, bull candle, you know, and then I can say, okay, that's strategy number one, or I'm gonna wait for strategy number two. So I just see it
Yeah.
there. So I'm not surprised if I start to get these huge candles. Now I know, oh, okay, of course it's expected. They're gonna do all that drama because we are at the all-time high.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just
Okay.
observe what's coming and then take it from there.
That's good.
Yeah.
Right. Let's stop there, George, because you've got to
All right.
go. I'm acutely aware
Excellent.
of the time and what you're doing.
Thank you
Thank you
very
so
much,
much for
Rob.
that.
If you have
No,
other
thank you.
questions that not answered, just send them by email. I'll get to them later on tonight or first thing tomorrow.
Brilliant. Thanks a lot, George.
All right, mate. Take care. let's
Enjoy the rest of your day.
yeah, I'm gonna jump into US just now and see what we get.
Okay, thanks
All
a
right.
lot. See ya.
Cheers. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.